Here, your heads up to this latest 5-minute quickie. I want you to model but not copy, because there's so many people trying to copy people and people trying to make you copy. I want you to model excellence and learn things quicker than you could ever learn things. Slowly or quicker. It will make sense, I promise you. So please have a listen after this.
This is Personal Development Unplugged with Paul Clough.
In simplicity, there is genius.
In simplicity, there is genius.
Hey, another 5-minute quickie. And there's a thing, I don't know whether this is true. Is it just Cloughie just having like a brain fart? But I think people, these people who call themselves influencers, I don't get it. I don't get it, because they're awash in the social media, aren't they? These bloody influencers. And I think, this is my take, they just want you to like them. Like me, please, like me. And then be like me. You know, I'm your little guru, that type of thing. And it really pisses me off. Sorry about that, but it does. Because I think they just want the followers, they want the clicking, and they just want you to be like a clone or a sheep that just follows them around. And we do it. I've done it myself, clicked on that bloody follow button, and then I've stopped because I've suddenly thought of something. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be like you. And it drew me back, if you're happy with this, in NLP. NLP was born, this neuro-linguistic programming, was born from hypnosis and modeling people of excellence. Modeling what people do, not what they're like. Now, you can take a sort of influencer, people who will influence you by doing the right things, and you go, you are doing what I would like to do. Did you see the difference? Not be like, but do what they do, because that's what you're interested in. That's what you want to do, not be like. So in this little 5-minute quickie, I'm just going to suggest, encourage you, I hope, to look, because there's the one thing about the internet, we're awash now with people doing great things. You just have to remember, they're just bloody ordinary people. But some ordinary people do some extraordinary things too, and will encourage us. They'll encourage us to do what they do because it's doable. Takes effort. Doesn't happen like that. Well, I'm an influencer, come and do this. No, it doesn't happen that way. You have to put effort in. You have to do it. Do the work, not just talk the talk. Walk it. So what I'm going to suggest is, just think of one thing you'd like to do better. Just for the moment. Because this will set in your mind, in your unconscious mind, when you get the success, to look for more things to be able to do. And do them with excellence. The whole point about modeling is, if someone is good at something and it took them 10 years to be that good, you won't need to practice another 10 years. Take 10 years from your future and keep practicing, because you can then begin to learn what they've learned to do and compress it in a short period of time. And then you can expand even more. So we can, it's like, is it standing on the shoulders of those who came before us? I don't know what the words are. I'm going to slow down. Because what I want you to do is find that one thing you'd like to do. That one thing. And then look around to see where you can find people who are doing that thing. Not talking, doing it. Now, I'm going to suggest initially you might copy them. Because you unless you find them in real life where you can ask them questions, what are the pictures are you making in your mind? What belief do you have about yourself? What are the things and how do you move your body? What do you visualize? You get those little bits and you go, now I get it. But if you can't get that and you can only just see it on a video, then just copy them for a bit. Copy them with your physiology. Try to notice the different ways they're moving. Maybe it's the way they're talking if you want to articulate better. So you look at someone who's very good at articulation. And then you'll notice as you start searching about them, you'll find there's always snippets somewhere that you can model. And model by copying initially and diving deeper to find out how they think. What is their process? What is the program they use in their head? And you can work it out. Find small snippets. And you see, you start for a bit in that copying mode. And then you ask yourself things like, well, I wonder what they must be thinking. How can I adopt and adapt to this way of being for me? Because I haven't got maybe their physical attributes. I haven't got all their experiences in life. But I've got my own experiences. How can I adapt and use what they are using right now? And you see, one way of doing it is, and I think this is a great way, one thing you could copy for a bit, and I'll do a longer podcast on that, I think, of what we used to do. I think we still do, but I don't do the trainings anymore. But in NLP trainings, how you can just by taking someone's physiology, get a glimpse into their mind. It's really weird, but it's true. So just by putting yourself in the physiology, then you'll find out things. I can remember, there's a quick story when I was on my trainer's training. All these trainers who were trainers were coming to train with this particular guy because they wanted to expand their experience. There's a guy called Robert Dilts. He was brilliant. And he'd start to talk about processes and teach us. But some of the trainers would go to the back of the room. And while they're listening, they were actually moving the way he would move because they wanted to get the experience of listening to the way he talked, but actually get the experience of moving just like he did. And for me, that was weird to start off with because I was so focused on listening because I was so new to it. But they'd got that bit. They wanted to put it in more. And they just felt they got such a richer experience and learned even more. And then they could adapt it into their own style because they weren't Robert Dilts. But they've got the experience of Robert Dilts a bit now. And you could do that. So you start by copying, moving, doing the same things, saying the same type of words, and then adapting it to yourself. Visualize yourself. Here's another way. You visualize seeing that person again. So you might see them on a video, then close your eyes. I don't know why I closed my eyes. Close your eyes. And visualize it again. Just see them out there. Over there. And as you see them doing the thing that you want to learn to do, morph it into you. So you begin to see you doing that same movement or those same words or that same tone of voice or whatever it is you want to learn. And then sometimes you can just flow out of your body and your mind into that you and experience it, looking through your own eyes. What would you see? What would you hear? How do you feel it now? Giving your unconscious mind a real experience of what it's like. And then come back into your own body. We've always got to come back. And then you can start to act as if. And that's the beauty of this. That's not copying. You're acting as if you've got those skills. And as you start to do that more and more, you'll evolve, I think, into those skills. Those skills will come quicker. And they'll be you. And that's the main thing. You're not a copy. You're not a clone. You're you. You're unique. But you bringing those skills into your body with all your experiences of the past now to share with others. Wouldn't that be awesome? Now we can do a longer podcast on this and really dive into how to follow. But I just wanted to get you thinking. That's what the 5-minute quickies are for, aren't they? For musing, to getting us both to think, well, that's interesting what Cluffy said. Maybe I could just do a little bit of it. Or maybe if you thought, well, I'd really like to get it into more detail, but maybe there's in a 5-minute quickie, I need some more. Well, get in touch with me. Goodness sake. There's an email, feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. Send me a little email. Tell me what you're trying to do, and we'll find a process for it. Or even go through this process in more depth, and we'll go through that visualization. We'll put it in, and we'll maybe do some hypnosis, because I want to do more hypnosis now in a different way as well. Do some special things that really create the difference, that makes a difference in you. That might be interesting too. So if that is of interest, give me a thumbs up in a post, or not a post, in an email or something, in a comment below. If there's comments in, but certainly this is a video as well, even though the people on the video can say, yeah, of course it is, Cluffy, because we can see you. But there's a video on YouTube, and you can give me a comment there as well. So please do. And if this is something you think would help others who are struggling to learn new skills, just please share, if you would. It's a wonderful thing to do. Even if you only share it by trying to explain it, because then you'll find out how much you know about it. What have you learned? And sharing what you learn is a wonderful thing to do. It's selfless service. You're not going to get anything out of it. I'll tell you that now. You're not going to get paid for it. You're not going to anything like that. But the law of reciprocity, or something like that, will come and dump goodness on you, and your life will be richer for it. Now that's got to be a good one. Doing something for no repayment whatsoever, and getting a dollop of good love, good life. Here you go. That's the 5-minute quickie. Something to muse about. That's what we're going to do here, and we'll probably dive into it deeper in a longer podcast. So stay with me. Have fun. That's your main thing. Can you act as if you're having more fun than you can stand? And then fly, my friends. Enjoy. Bye-bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.